Today, I am going to be showing you guys my brand new Victor Wembanyama build on NBA 2K24. Now, as I'm showing you guys how to make today's build, we're also going to go over all the badge requirements that you're going to need on this build to get the badges that you need. And speaking of badges, you can check all of the threshold unlock requirements for specific badges on NBA2KLabs.com for free. Although this site has many free features that you can use, I highly recommend that you get their premium subscription using code Joey to get 20% off at checkout. All right, so now let me show you guys how to make this Victor Wembanyama build. This is actually at the height of 7'1". This is probably the easiest height to make a Wemby build. When you're trying to make a realistic Wemby build, you want to have speed, you want to be able to dribble the wall a little bit, and I think this is the perfect height to make a Victor Wembanyama build. All right, so starting off with the finishing, we're going to get an 86 close shot, which is going to get us fearless finisher on gold, a 77 driving layup on this build, which is going to get us access to scooper on gold as well as float game on gold, an 87 driving dunk, which is going to get us the basic 2-foot contact dunk packages on this build, and a 92 standing dunk. Now, you're probably wondering why we went with a 92 standing dunk instead of a 90. We went with 92 so we can get access to gold precision dunker. That's going to allow us to get crazy dunk meter takes on this build. Even though we only have the 87 driving dunk, the dunk meter is going to be crazy since we get that gold precision dunker. And with the 92 standing dunk, you're also going to get access to the elite big man contact dunks. So when it comes to the post control, we ended up going with a 75. We're only going to have bronze unpluckable, and we're going to have a bunch of silver and gold post scoring badges. One of the big ones is we're going to get fade phenom on gold with that 75 post control, as well as having that 86 close shot. The 86 close shot is actually super essential to also getting fade phenom on gold on this build. Now, I actually do already have some clips on this build. Right here we have finishing takeover. We're going to hit him with the new blow by dribble animation, run right past him and get the meter dunk, and that's an easy cradle dunk. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this build is pretty usable off the rip. I ended up taking this build straight to the rec center, 85 overall, all only bronze badges, and the build felt good. Look at this right here. We're gonna hit him with the hezzy misdirection speed boost into the blow by. Look at how fast we're getting past people, bro. That move is absolutely insane. You can fly past people and get crazy shots. All right, so now when it comes to the shooting, we're going to get a 76 mid-range shot and a 74 three-point shot on this build. Now listen, you can hit with a 74 three-pointer. I'm going to show a couple clips in a second. We actually ended up upgrading the mid-range to a 76 for two reasons. One, to get green machine on silver, and secondly, to give us a little bit more attribute threshold rating requirements for some of the jump shots this year. Jump shots require a much higher three-point rating to get some of these better bases, and the jump shot system overall definitely did get a bit of an overhaul, and you do need to have a decent three-pointer or mid-range shot to get some good jumpers. Now, I do think I found a pretty decent jump shot to use on this build. I'm not going to show you guys the jump shot just yet in this video because I do want to lab out the jumpers a bit more and get a couple more viable options that you guys can use, but you can definitely shoot on this build with a low three-pointer, okay? Again, I'm doing this all with bronze and silver badges. Look at this right here, the little midi fade on the twos court, man. The midi fades are going to be super good. Even on a 7'1" center build with only a 76 midi, you can knock down those shots for sure. Look at this right here, bro. Now listen, ignore the three-point percentage, okay? I was trying to shoot over the AI and it was just not happening. You cannot shoot over AIs. We're blowing past people and we're hitting the front fade from three with a 74 three-pointer. That's just crazy, man. But now let's take a look at the playmaking. Playmaking is going to be very simple. You're going to get a 77 pass accuracy. That's going to be enough for silver break starter, bronze needle threader, and you can use the Domantas Sabonis passing style. I'm not entirely sure if I really like it just yet, but I do think it's pretty decent. And then when it comes to the ball handle, we're actually going to upgrade this to a 57. Now, you can go just to a 55, and you want to make sure you also get a 55 speed with ball. Now, that's going to be for two reasons. One, you're going to get big driver on bronze, which is a very nice badge. And secondly, there's been a bunch of new dribble animations added at 55 ball handle and 55 speed with ball, which include the Joel Embiid dribble animations. He has a couple step backs. He has, I believe, I do want to take a look at, and eventually he will have a dribble style that comes out that requires a 55 speed with ball. So I think a 55 speed with ball and a 55 ball control on these like ISO center big builds are actually going to be really good to have. Now let's take a look at some of the playmaking clips right here. Kozas bring the ball up the court. I'm cutting. I'm getting doubled in the paint. Kick it out to the center on the hash. And again, wide open catch and shoot. You know Sprague is hitting off the rip on 2K24, man. Look at this. Out in transition. I got the ball. I'm trying to run this up court. I get the blow by dribble animation to pop up. I see Sprague is open again. Try to hit the spin shot, but I'm just trying to be stupid at this point. Hit Sprague, wide open, catch and shoot. Bang. That's an easy shoot. You know, the pass accuracy actually feels pretty good in a half court set. I will say though, for some of the fast breaker passes, it wasn't super clean. But that could just be because I only had bronze break starter on this build off the rip. Eventually we'll get silver break starter on this build, and we'll have to wait and see if that silver break starter is going to be good enough to use for fast break passes. But again, man, you're gonna be able to grab boards, throw breaks, and you also can actually move pretty fast on this. Look at the blow by animations. Like, it's just a crazy crazy build. And now moving down to the defense, we're going to get a 77 interior defense, a 61 perimeter defense, a 60 steal, which is what you need for bronze interceptor. We're going to get a 92 block, which is going to get us anchor on gold with this build. Combining with the 77 interior, you need that 77 interior as well. 60 offensive rebound and an 83 defensive rebounds for silver rebound chaser. Now listen, I ended up going with the 83 defensive rebound for the silver rebound chaser because actually on Wemby's player card in his roster, he also only has like an 82 to 83 defensive rebound rating. But I think for a rookie Wemby build, I thought there was no better way to go with just an 83 defensive rebound. Now let's take a look at some of this gameplay. Listen, man, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Blocking is looking really good on NBA 2K24, and so is paint defense. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking good. Hands up defense with just bronze anchor. We're getting stops in the paint against post scores. We're getting blocks like crazy on this build. We're getting a lot more blocks on the perimeter too when blocking jump shots. Again, blocks look really good this year, and they even said on Twitter, I believe Mike Wang said that blocks were going to be buffed a little bit this year. Not as crazy as how it was on 2K22, but it was going to be buffed in comparison to 23, which is what we really like to hear, especially as bigs. But yeah, no, man, again, these are all clips with like an 87 block, only bronze anchor. We're getting a lot of blocks in this game. Now, here is the build fully maxed out, and let's take a look at the physicals really quickly. 66 speed, 60 acceleration, and a 74 strength, 80 vertical, and a 97 stamina. Now, listen, the 74 strength, I know a lot of people are saying strength is going to matter on 2K24, and I agree, it does. But for a Victor Wembanyama build, he's got a 50 strength on his player card on the Spurs roster, so I think going up with 74 is going to be just enough to be fine. You're going to get bronze bulldozer, bronze immovable enforcer. You're going to get a lot of really decent bronze defensive badges that require strength in this game. I think 74 is going to be a nice minimum sweet spot when it comes to strength for centers. Time will tell if it's not going to be enough. Maybe we got to go up to an 84 and get all those badges on silver instead, but we're going to try out the 74 strength and see if I can rock with that. And then obviously the vertical is going to be an 80. I love having really high vertical on my centers. I always love going for at least an 80 or more. It's going to help you get more blocks. It's going to help you get more chase downs. It's going to help you get more rebounds. So we want to go with that 80 vert. So now this build is pretty much complete. You're going to get the player shades of Joel Embiid, DeMarcus Cousins, and Victor Wembanyama, as you guys see right there. This is pretty much one of the best Wemby builds that you can make right now. And you're going to get the build name Rim Protector, which I think perfectly fits a Victor Wembanyama build. And with that being said, that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my first video on NBA 2K24, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, the gameplay is really good so far. I'm liking the defense, perimeter defense, paint defense. It's all looking really good. And one thing that surprised me, which is very interesting, we're going to go over in a couple videos from here. We're going to go over in a couple of videos going on in the future. You can actually dribble on footers pretty freaking well. And not only that, but you can speed boost on bigs, bro. Speed boosting on 7-1 centers, but we'll get to that at a later date. But that's pretty much it, man. I'm out. Peace.